Hello friends, welcome to the 53rd session of Hybris tutorial. In this session guys, we are discuss a very important concept of data modeling. We are going to discuss how the localized values get saved into the DB. So guys, for example, if I just show you the product table, right? If I just show you this product table, right? And this is the product in the back office, right? And if I just show you over any product, if I open any product, right? Like I am opening this product, you will see that in this product item type, we do have multiple attribute. We do have the article number, we do have the identifier, but we do have the approval as well, right? So multiple type of attributes are there in the product item type. But guys, you can see, just carefully see that this is the identifier or the name field, which is a localized attribute. This is a localized attribute, guys. So we will see in which table we are going to save the value of these localized attribute values. So if I just show you the product table, right? If I just see this table into the database, you will find that we are saving all the attribute values inside the product table only, except the localized attribute values. So you can see I'm just copying the pk of this product, right? So what I will do, I will now show you this how this attribute is looking like into the system or into the DB. So you can say I have just I'm writing a query, select star from product where pk is, right, where pk is this one, right, and I'm clicking on the execute button. So you can see we do have all values, right? We do have the code, we do have the thumbnail, picture, catalog version. We do have all the attributes over here, but you will be very surprised to see guys that we don't have any attribute which specify the name values, which specifies these localized values. If I just try to search with the name, you can see we don't have any other attribute inside this product table. So the question is where these values are getting saved into the DB, right? So because this is a very important question, where these values are getting saved. So guys, just remember that if there is at least one attribute, if there is at least one attribute which has some localized values, right, which has some localized values, like this is a product type, right? It has this attribute which is a localized attribute and it has these values. So what happens, that a corresponding LP table also gets generated automatically if at least one attribute is a localized attribute. So it means there will be one table, right? There will be one table with the name products LP into the database. If I just try to show you, select star from products LP, you will find that we do have one table with the name product LP, and in this table only you can see we do have saved the localized values. So you will be, I think it is clear to you now where the localized values get saved into the DB. So what we can do, firstly I will create one item type. I will not keep any attribute, right, as a localized attribute inside that item type, and I will show you that the corresponding LP will not get generated. But as soon as I declare one attribute as a localized attribute inside that item type, you will find that a corresponding LP table will also start getting generated during the system update. So what we can do, so we can create one item type. We will create a very small item type. For example, this is the bag, right? So I will just copy this and I will just paste it here. So what we will do, we will here write like this: localized attribute test, localized attribute, right? So we will give the name something like this, uh, localized test. So this is the attribute name, right? So I will give the deployment table something like this, and I will give the name as 10517, and I hope this is not there, right? So this is the one. We will just create two attribute inside this. So you can see I have created only the two attributes. One is the attribute 1 value, I will say, and second is the attribute 2. For now I have not declared any attribute as a localized. If I have to declare any attribute as a localized, how I will do, I will declare something like this localized word. I will do something like this, but for now firstly I will not declare any attribute as a localized inside this local test, and I will show you once I perform the system update there will be no LP table which will get generated, right? So what I will do, I will bring my server down, right? I am bringing my server down and we will perform the antall, right? Why we are performing the antall? So that the corresponding build or model classes also get generated. Please remember, if you are not building your building your project and directly bringing your server and are performing the system update, even then also the corresponding table will get generated. So build is necessary only to generate the model classes. So if that model class is used anywhere in your flow, your system will not throw error. That is why. Otherwise, if you are not building your project, even then if you bring your server up, you will be able to see the newly created table into the database, right? So currently we are waiting for the build to get finished. Then we will bring our server up and will perform the system update, and we will see that the corresponding LP table is not created yet. So let's wait for the build to get finished. So guys, now you can see my build is successful. I will just refresh my platform extension. So you can see I'm just refreshing my platform extension so that I can see the corresponding model class also. So I have just refreshed my platform extension, and you will see that we will have the local test model class as well once the refreshment is successful. So this is currently at the 99%. So you can see now the refresh has been completed and you can see this is the model class. So what we will do now, we will bring our server up. So you can see I have fired this command and it will bring my server up. So let's wait for the server to come up, and then we will perform the system update, and then we will see that the corresponding LP table will not be generated. So let's wait for the server to come up. So guys, now you can see server has come up. So what I will do, I will quickly perform the system update. So I'm logging in with my credentials admin and Nimna, and then I will perform the system update so that the corresponding type can also get created into the DB. So I will just unselect both of the options and then I will just click on the update button. So this system update will take around 15 minutes to get finished. So let's wait for the system update to get finished. So once the system update gets finished, then I will show you that this newly created item type which we have created, it has these two attributes which are not localized one, and we will see that the corresponding LP table will also not be there, right? So let's wait for the system update to get finished. After that we will proceed with the next steps. So guys, now you can see system update has been finished successfully. Now what we will do, we will see how these attributes are looking like, right? So what I will do, I will open the HSC first. So you can see I am in the HSC, and in the HSC I will go to the console, flexible search, and then I will log in with my credentials. So you can see my credentials are username is admin and password is Nimda, and then what I am doing, I am trying to search on the item type. So this is the local test is the item type. So you can see these are the attributes. We do have attribute 1, attribute 2, right? And if I try to search any LP table, select star from local test LP, right? So you will see that we don't have this table. The red strip is coming up, right? So it means currently we don't have any LP table. And if I just see in the back office as well, if I just try to search any type, right, like we do have this local test right type. So what I will do, I will just copy this type and then I will go to the back office again and I will search for this type. So you will see that in this our newly type we don't have any localized attribute. So we will not find any localized attribute because we have not declared any attribute as a localized attribute, right? So you can see this is the type, and in this type if I create any item, if I create any item, say A, B, C, if I create uh, any data inside this, right? So you can see this is the data, right? So if I open this, you can see we will have the attribute 1, we will have the attribute 2, right? Now what I will do, I will make this attribute 2 as a localized attribute. So I will make this attribute as a localized attribute. Once I will make this attribute as a localized attribute, you will see that we will have a corresponding LP table. So what I will do, how I will make this attribute to as localized attribute. So I will do something like this, localized, right? I will do something like this for the attribute 2. So you can see I am doing like this. So you can see in this way we can make the attribute as a localized attribute. Okay, so what I will do, I will bring my server down and then I will perform the build of my project and then we will bring our server up again. So let's wait for the build to get finished and then we will see how our localized attribute is looking like. So let's wait for the system build to get finished. So guys, you can see now the build is successful. Now what we will do, we will just refresh our platform extension. So you can see I'm just refreshing my platform extension. So I will go to the platform and I will just refresh this, right? So I'm just refreshing my platform extension, right? And then what we will do, guys, we will see how this local test model is looking like now. So I will just copy this word and then we will search for the local test model. So you can see this is the local test model, right? And here we have attribute 1 and attribute 2 and we have declared this attribute 2 as a localized attribute, right? So you can see the corresponding get attribute to local, this has been now created. So I hope now you understand the difference. So once you create or declare the attribute 2 as a localized attribute, you can see we do have one extra getter, right, for the attribute 2, which is localized attributes, right? So I hope this is clear to you. Now what I will do, I will just bring my server up. So I am bringing my server up with the command hybris server.bat. So let's wait for the server to come up. So guys, now you can see server has come up. Now what I will do, I will open the HSC, right? So I am opening the HSC as well as I will open the back office as well. So I am opening the HSC and we will see how these attributes are now looking like. So you can see we had created two attributes in the local test. So what I will do, I will open this, right? And I will fire the query select star from local test and I will click on the execute button. You can see the query is going on this table, right? And you can see guys, we do have this attribute 1 AB, attribute 2, right? We do have, and then guys, we do have I mean local test LP or not, because we have not performed the system update yet. So that's why I'm showing you. So I'm clicking on the execute button before we have performed the update. So you can see it is showing me the red strip. It means it has not been created yet. So what I will do, I will just click on the update and we will see whether after the system update this LP table will get created or not, and how this table, right, how this table local test will look like after we perform the system update. So I'm clicking on the update button, and once I clicked on the update button, system update has been started. It will start creating the LP table. So let's wait for the system update to get finished, and once the system update is finished, we will see how this table, how the current table local test and will the LP table will get created or not. So we will see those aspects. So let's wait for the system update to get finished. So guys, now you can see system update has been completed. Now what I will do, I will quickly open the HSC as well as the back office. So I will log in the back office as well so that it can load in between. And this is my HSC, right? So I will log in HSC as well with my credentials. Username is admin and password is nimda. And I will try to search this local test, right? This type into the flexible search. And just remember, we do have the same database table name as well. So I will go to over here and I will fire the query select star from local test. So I'm clicking on the execute button and you can see these are the results. So you can see still attribute 2 is there. But guys, just see if I see in the back office as well, if I see in the back office as well, right, you can see this is the type and I will try to search my type only. So I will go to the advanced search and here I will just search the type. So you will see that this is the type which has been created, right? And this type, what it says, it has what all attributes in the properties tab. So you can see we do have an attribute, its type is java lang dot string. Second is the attribute 2, so this is the one it is there. Now what I will do, I will just try to go over here and this is the one data we have created. If I try to open this data, guys, just see, right, we do have a attribute 2 which we have declared as a localized one, right? So you can see now this is the localized 2 attribute which is there. So you can see that we now this attribute has been become a localized attribute. Also we can search for the corresponding LP table as well. So you can see if I try to write LP, you will see that we have now the LP table as well, right? And if I try to give any value, for example, if I try to give the value test, you will see that this data will be stored into the LP table. So I am clicking on the save button and when I fire this query again, so you can see this data has been saved into the LP table. So you can see this is the data which is saved in the LP table. And what is this? So this is corresponding to, so you can see that we have saved this attribute, right, test for the item and its pk is 493. So this is the same pk 493, so it means item pk is the corresponding pk of the parent item type. So this is present in the LP table. So I hope guys this is clear to you how we save the localized attribute values, in which table we save the localized attribute values. We don't save the localized attribute values into the parent table, but we save the localized attribute values into the corresponding LP table. For example, if table name is local test, then corresponding LP table also gets generated if at least one of the attribute in that item type is the localized type. So I hope guys this video is informative for you, and guys I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. Bye.